Hi Edgies! Thank you for watching the replay, hugging your friends, being here, being awesome. This is super random, but I know I haven't scoped as often lately. Hi! How's it going, Miss Dermu? Hi Arlen! Arlen, I haven't seen you in a while. This camera, I'm on my scope phone, so this camera is like a lot different. It's a lot more like red. Hi Lesia, how's it going? So pretty much last week I got a delivery of fruits and veggies, and I ordered ginger, and I realized I had no idea how to use ginger. I put some with my vegetables in like blocks, and it was like, oh, new tool out. What tool is out that you're using? I would love to know, Arlen. So I figured that while I'm making this dressing, then I would just like chat with y'all. Scoper chat. Yeah, I saw Ben talk about it actually. First time here, Lesia. Well, my name is Lisa, and I'm a yogi blogger, pretty much just sharing with you my journey to doing things differently and learning to love life. And a lot of times I do yoga, which I'm going to try to do after this, but I got to finish making this dressing first. So I wanted to at least come on and give you this information. And I did bring up the quote, if you want the quote of the day, from this book. And it's from Tom Peters. It says, "Only those who constantly retool themselves and stand a chance of staying employed in the years ahead." So, always learn. And that's what I'm doing right now. Yeah. Okay. So I just found this on All Recipes, I think. If you're wanting to make it. Whoa. There we go. That's the name of the recipe on All Recipes, and I'll scroll down to exactly, Arlen. And I don't really think that you have to stay employed per se, because I think that's kind of not something that I'm in agreement with. But I think that you should be able to employ yourself by learning new things and constantly adapting to your situation. So that's what I'm doing as we speak. I know, I really like that phone. The phone you're on right now is a lot smaller, and I noticed that the screen is a lot smaller, so I'm like feeling like I'm having to like shove into this little hole. But I'm retooling myself because, you know, I have a lot of experience in a lot of different things, but for the past 5 years, I've been teaching pole dance fitness, and I am out of it. I mean, I teach a few girls in their homes. That is my way that I'm surviving right now, but it's not something that I'm trying to grow with. I honestly tried and was not successful, so now I'm retooling myself by adapting to yoga, and it's really like just part of life, I guess, because I was done being sexy and dancing all over the place anyways, and instead I would really like to find happiness as it is, so I might as well learn to teach it as well. Exactly. Okay, so let's just put this together. I pretty much had everything ready, but I figured I would just show you what I was doing in case anyone on my scopes is like me and had no freaking clue what to do with ginger, because my vegetables that I put it with, it was too much. It was really strong. But I had so much left over that I figured I need to use it, and I love ginger dressing whenever you go to like Japanese restaurants, you know. So I figured out, I could just make that, and that's super delicious. So it's just 3 cloves of garlic minced, and it says 2 tablespoons of minced ginger. But I think I ended up with more like 3 tablespoons, if not more, so it's probably just going to be really strong. I don't know how yet. Like, this whole like eating real food thing is so new to me, so I have no idea how to use it properly. But I don't want to waste it, so this is going to be like the easiest way. And I do have spinach that I wanted to have a salad, and instead of putting ranch dressing, you know, I figured this is going to be a little bit better. Alright, so let's put the ginger and garlic in the thing. I don't know if it'll go through this little hole, so I'm going to have to like get really interesting. And I'm reusing a kombucha bottle to put it in. So if you're like, what should you store it in? I like storing stuff in glass now instead of a bunch of plastic garbage. So, oh my gosh, this was like, I need a bigger filter thing. Maybe I'll just grab it. One thing I found really funny is that I noticed as I'm making all of this real food, I've been like afraid to touch my food, and that was so strange for a while for me. I wonder how the marketing... Oh, I haven't seen her ranch recipe yet, but my vegan Canadian friend sent me like an entire list of all DIY dressings with like just a few ingredients, and so it's actually on my list to do. I still have some old, you know, store-bought ranch that I'm just using up so I don't waste it. Yeah, and I do plan to make some organic after I'm done with it. I would much prefer that now. This is a lot easier than trying to use the knife because I can actually aim it into the bottle. It's going to be like so potent because I'm putting so much ginger in it. I should have put this in the bottle before scoping because I didn't realize it was going to take a long time. I want to make chocolate today too, but I guess I'm going to have to do it after class because I wanted to make that recipe that Ben Leonard shared. And I actually totally misunderstood one of the things on his list. He said to get coconut butter, and I told him that I couldn't find coconut butter, so I went to the butter aisle, and I just found like a butter replacement that's made out of coconut, and apparently it's not the same thing. Your folks using glass for everything, plastic was a waste product. Exactly. So a couple things that have changed in the way that I shop and do stuff. I am finding myself buying a lot more products that are sold in glass if I buy anything that's pre-made. So like if I have a choice, even if it's a little bit more expensive, I buy the glass. And you know what? I was buying glass stuff on Amazon as it was for my essential oil mixes. So I might as well spend the few extra cents at the store and get a glass jar and not even buy any plastic, then buy something in plastic for cheap and then go online and order glass and have it delivered, and then you got all that extra packaging. And all of my kombucha bottles I've been reusing, so like I bought goji berries last night and I put them in there, and I bought cacao nibs and I put them in there. So instead of putting them in like plastic bags, I just put them in those. And it's going to make my organization so amazing because everything's going to be the same size and it'll be so easy to keep track of. Yeah, it totally works. Okay, what's next? 3/4 cup of olive oil. So this is just all like old stuff that I had in my house that I wasn't using, so it ended up working out perfectly because I rarely use oil actually. I don't even know if I have 3/4 cup, but I'm just going to use what I've got. So it might be a little bit off. So I have 1/2 cup. That's okay. Pretty sure you can't really butcher this recipe. It's not like baking cookies or something. Which I gotta make those cookies that Laura Clark shared today too. My list is just growing and growing. Okay, and then a third cup of rice vinegar. Now, I don't have rice vinegar, so I'm just going to use apple cider vinegar. I figured that that will probably taste pretty good together, so I did not go to the store and buy rice vinegar. I needed apple cider vinegar anyways. It's brand new. Okay. So, a third cup. Yes, you have to watch it, Arlen. It was so easy. Now, I doubt they're going to taste like a typical cookie, just because of what it's made out of. But I think it'll be a good substitute to switch over to and start to adapt to. A lot of the stuff that I'm making, I've never used half of these things. Hi, Bethany. How's it going? We're making ginger dressing right now. And a half cup of soy sauce. Yet again, I don't think I have a half cup, but we're going to use what I've got. Hi, Deja. How's it going tonight? This afternoon, I mean. I don't even know what time it is ever. Cup of soy sauce. Woohoo! So some of these things I actually got from my friend when she moved back to Canada, and I was like, don't just like throw all this stuff out. There's a lot of old from scratch recipes. Well, then you probably will really like those cookies, but they're like not with regular flour. So I don't know if they made those kinds. The soy sauce is really dark on this, so I'm curious what it's going to taste like. It's not like that golden looking dressing that you get at the restaurant, but I love all these ingredients, so it should be really good. And then 3 tablespoons of honey. Honey's like in everything. I never used to buy honey, and now it's like I'm running low so quick. Wow, I'm using up so many old items all at once. This is probably going to be done by the time we're done with this. And one interesting thing is you microwave this after you're done mixing it all together so that the honey dissolves in the mixture, and then you can put it in the refrigerator. So I guess I can't use it for lunch, actually. Dang it. That's okay. And then 3. We're just going to pour the rest in there. Whoa. I think that's it. Oh, and a 1/4 cup of water. You probably do want to dilute it. And it fit perfectly in this kombucha bottle. So, yet again, super good. Keeping everything with like the same size so that everything fits. I have a mini fridge, so I really have to make sure I always have enough space. Everything's like stacked in together inside of the mini fridge. Water. So what was that, a 1/4 cup? After you add the 1/4 cup of water, all you do is microwave it for 1 minute and let it dissolve. And then shake it up and you're done. So, do you have any questions about that? Because I know this wasn't like the most momentous scope ever, but I wanted to share it with you because I figured as I learn all this stuff, you might want to learn some of it too. Yes, space is so limited. And you know what? I don't mind, because at first I was really bummed out that I was going to have to, adapt to a little tiny fridge, because I used to cook a lot, and I stopped cooking over the last couple years. I've just been eating terribly, and I never knew how to cook. Like, everything as I was a kid was made in the microwave, because my oven broke when I was in 3rd grade. My mom never fixed it. It's still not fixed. So there's no oven up at my mom's house. My toaster oven is the only oven that's even on this property. That was not the right cap. What did that go to? Oh, the honey. So it was either made in the microwave or gotten from McDonald's whenever I was growing up. So everything my whole life has been really shitty food, and I don't even know what I'm doing half the time whenever I'm starting to eat healthier. I'm like, what is this vegetable? Like, I've never even seen this. I had no idea what ginger looked like, other than if you got sushi and it was like chopped up, and why is it pink at the sushi places? Yeah, I hate McDonald's too, and my best friend, he tends to say really harsh things about eating healthy, but we end up at Wendy's like all the time, and I'm like, what? So I don't get it, but I'm like, that's okay. I'm gonna bring my stuff with me. I have a lunchbox that I use a lot now, so my little lunchbox is like super cute from Gaim, and I just bring it with me everywhere that we go so that I don't starve and I don't end up getting tempted to buy, like, the one day I forgot, I ended up going to Wendy's and buying the $4 meal. Oh my gosh, that was the worst idea ever. It had a soda, a small fry, a 4-pack of nuggets. Yes, yes. And I know, I should have just went and bought like cocaine to keep me awake that day, you know? And it had a junior bacon cheeseburger, and I had never had one of those in my entire life, and I ate it that day. I threw up for an hour after going fishing on the paddleboard. Like, it was so bad. I was so sick from eating that. And I grew up on crappy food, so... Hold on one second. So this looks really, really good, actually. I'm really excited to eat it later. So I'm going to put it in the microwave for a minute. And... oh, shit. It doesn't fit. Oh, no. I guess I gotta pour it in a bowl. I wonder if it fits without this thing and the insert. It's like so close to fitting. Okay, I think... oh my gosh, I really hope it doesn't knock over. It's like against the top, so if the little, like... I wonder if those little things will turn it. Shit. I'm gonna try it, and I have to watch it. I'll be right back.
Lost for words?
Yeah,
share a song.
Shoot!
There's something great on TV tonight. Now you can listen to the songs you love in your living room with Spotify on Chromecast.
Oh my gosh, it's like on the center of the microwave without the plate on it, so if it topples, I'm gonna have a giant mess in my microwave, but I couldn't fit it with the plate. I should have checked that first. Oh my gosh, do you see I'm red? Like, I'm like really flustered by that, and I really hope it doesn't end up everywhere. No, I shouldn't say that. So it's going to work. It's going to work. It's going to work in the microwave. It's going to fit, and it's going to be great. I did not think about that whenever I put it in there. I will now know the kombucha bottles don't fit. I found this new style of kombucha too at the store. I like this one. It tastes really good, and it was cheaper than the GT's one. Hi, Cosmic Being. Wait, I know your name, but I always forget it. Woohoo! It's safe! Oh my gosh, I might not be able to get it out. Ta-da! It was safe. Okay. So that's your ginger dressing. I know, that's gonna be on my list. So I'm almost out of all my crappy fake food, and I think literally the only thing I have left is like a box of stuffing. I don't even know what I'm going to do with that. I don't even make stuffing usually. And like some pasta, but I probably just eat that over time. But since I am almost done with it, then I think it's time to start making kombucha, especially because I don't think I need to be buying all these bottles over and over and over again. So once I have a few that are extra and I'm ready to go, then I'm going to order some and make it. Well, thank you. I really appreciate it. I did not do anything. I didn't put any makeup on. And I have been kind of rushed because I have a problem with sleeping in. But I really wanted to make this, and so this will be later for me to eat later on my salad. It's a super awesome ginger dressing. I feel like I want to taste it, but I don't know what it'll taste like hot. Oh, it's really good. You can taste all of those different flavors all at once. That's so crazy. I know. Well, I'm a night owl. I fall asleep at like 3 o'clock. I think last night I was even up later. I think I was up to like 4 o'clock. I actually went to go to sleep early, and then I had an unexpected call. So I don't know. I'm just a night person. So I keep scoping really late at night, and then everyone's asleep, and then I'm like all alone. But that was a quick ginger dressing thing that you can totally make. And the one lesson that I did learn about ginger that I had to look up, so just to save you some time, you just take the ginger root and use a spoon and scrape the sides off. I was trying to cut it last week when I was trying to cook with it, and that was the biggest pain in the butt ever. So just scrape it off, and it comes off way easier than it does trying to like hold this little thing and not chop your fingers off. So definitely do that, and then you don't waste as much either, because I noticed when I would cut it into a block, it's like a quarter of the ginger ends up going into the compost. So ta-da! That's it. Any questions about that? Depending on what time it is, 4:23. Yeah, I think I have some time to do some yoga. So I'll get off this scope, and then in a little bit I'll come on and do some yoga. So if you want to practice some yoga, start getting your mat ready, get pumped up. I think I need to eat my lunch before doing it though. I seem to not be able to do this whole fast before yoga thing. It's just not working in my timeline. But I'm gonna eat my lunch, and then I will be back. So namaste. Love you. Bye.